What is up, my butter biscuits? Y'all, obviously, as you guys can tell by the title of today's video, we're going to be doing a review of Painted by James Charles. And I do want to say right off the bat, you guys are the ones that wanted this, so do not come for me. Do not say I'm supporting this, that, or that. Okay, honestly, I said with my previous video, if that video does get 500 likes, that I will do a review. And y'all, I got like 1,800 likes, and I was like, nobody ever likes my video. So I literally was just joking around, like being like, you know what, if it does get there, because low-key my videos don't really get any likes these days, I'll go ahead and review it. And it got 1,800 likes, so, or like 1,700. I don't know, it was like 1,700 last time I checked, but I was like, what? Like, okay, I guess you guys actually really do want a review, so I'm doing that for you guys today. So do not come for me in the comments. Okay, y'all already know how I feel about James Charles, but I was actually really curious to try out this shade right here, the shade Caution, only because yellow is a very difficult shade to make in any type of product. Yellows are just really difficult, and he did say that he worked on this one really hard. And I do want to say, y'all, and I'm not even being shady, but when he did post a video from the night of his launch party, I'll go ahead and put a screenshot right up here, the paints looked like they were cracking. They looked really dry, like severely dry. Like it looked like something that I actually wouldn't want to have on my face for the whole day because it's going to crack. So I'm really curious to know how this shade is going to do, only because I know how difficult yellows are. And then on top of that too, like his red already looked like it was cracking. So I was like, I don't know how this is going to be. Another thing I do want to mention before getting into the actual review is I thought this was a little bit strange. I was reading the back of the box right here. As you guys know, a lot of people were coming forward and saying, why is he not listing the red as not safe for the eye area, which a lot of brands will do. Say, for example, like Lady Gaga has a couple shades of her eye paints, and they say that they are not safe for the eye, and his website does not say that. So I thought this to be a little bit weird that it says on the warnings and cautions, it says keep out of reach of children, not for children under ages of 3. And then it says in case of irritation, discontinue use. And then it says for external use, USA, Pinky Promise, keep out of eyes. Pinky Promise is his pink shade. So I thought that to be a little bit weird that the pink is not safe for the eye, and he's listing that right here, which by the way, also it should say on the website too, but the red is not. So I thought that was really weird, because one would obviously think that a pink is pretty much a gradation of red. It's red and white mixed. So why would that one not be safe for the eye, but the red is? That doesn't really make any sense. I would think that it would say, you know what I mean? I don't know. I thought that was a little bit weird, but anyways, y'all, just so that you guys know right from the jump, this did cost $15, and you do get 10 milliliters of product. As you guys know, the Halsey ones that I love, the About Face ones, you do get 4.5 milliliters, and this is $15. So you do get a pretty good sized product right here for $15. If you guys are interested, it does come in this type of packaging right here. My box did get all dinged up. If you guys care about packaging, it will get a little bit messed up, obviously, in the mail, but I do think that is better than sending out a box, because boxes are costly. And then you do get this little card right here that it does say on the back, thank you. I cannot thank you enough for supporting the first ever launch from my brand Painted. After years of work and love, I am so excited to finally get these products into your hands, and I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. I can't wait to hear your thoughts and see what looks you come up with. Please make sure to tag us on all socials at painted.co, and we'll be resharing our favorites. So with that being said, we're going to dive right on into it. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. Also, if you guys are interested in travel videos, check out my travel channel down below. It is linked down below. Y'all check out my most recent videos because they're on and popping. I did really good with them. Let's go ahead and get into the review. Now, this is the look that I'm going to be going for right here. I was going through old photos and I was like, oh my gosh, this green. I never did like a full tutorial on it. I did a TikTok about it, and I was going through this and I was like, oh my gosh, this will be so perfect, but in yellow, so that way we can really try out this yellow. Now, I'm going to let you guys know that I'm only going to be doing one eye on camera. I'm going to do the other eye off camera because I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, because I know you guys don't like long reviews. Also, with that being said, if you guys do like reviews, give a thumbs up. Like, for real, that's how it lets me know that you guys want it. That's why when I saw so many likes on that video saying that I will do a review of it, I was like, oh, okay, you guys actually really do want it. Now, I do want to say from the jump, I said it in a previous video, in the My Thoughts and Opinions video, I don't like this style of packaging. I absolutely hate it. As you guys know, I love like this right here. Say, for example, it is just so quick and easy because it does have like a little, you know, tube, or not tube, a little applicator. You just boop, put it on, and placement is easy. With this, you have to put it on the back of your hand and then obviously spread it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this up close so that way you guys can see right here. Honestly, I do want to say I feel like it'll actually like spread easily too, because this does feel, it feels like a little cheap, you know, plastic. Honestly, I don't expect too much out of it. I'm just saying I don't like this because it doesn't have an applicator. And yeah, that is it right there. Anyways, let me go ahead and get my brushes prepped. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit and let's get into the application. Oh, I forgot to mention too, the product was $15 and then tax was $1.54 and then shipping was $7.77, which brought my total to $24.31. I did do a video before. I know a lot of people were complaining about the cost of shipping, but I did do some research myself to act as if I was going to be sending a product, and honestly, y'all, he's not charging above what it really would cost. You know what I mean? If anything, I think he's charging maybe about $1 above, but obviously you do have to think of the actual shipping material as well too. Anyways, throwing that in there, let me go ahead and zoom you guys in and let's get into it. Okay, I don't want to zoom you guys in too much, y'all, because my face low-key looks a little bit busted today. I was like looking at this and I was like, ooh, I put a little bit too much product right there, and I don't know why it's acting a little bit funky. It's like emphasizing texture that I don't even have there. Like I really don't have too many pores there, and then like it's looking like I have a lot of pores there. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and do a swatch right here of the Halsey Yellow, which is called It's Blitz. It's Blitz. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a swatch of that, just that way you guys, you know, have a little comparison right here. I did let you guys know before, this shade does crack. It's a beautiful shade. I've used it several times, but it does crack. So that's what that one looks like right there. Very, very vibrant. Let's go ahead and see this one right here, which is in the shade Caution. As I mentioned before, I was going to purchase the shade Cold Brew. I did want to get 2 to review. However, it was sold out. So I was like, you know what? I don't care to have any other shade. To be quite honest with you, didn't even want to buy this. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and stick with one. And I do have to say, if the yellow is good, then it's safe to say that every other one should be good. Now, the reasoning why I do not like this style of product, I have big old fat fingers, and I feel like it is very easy to go ahead and like slip out too much. Obviously, you are full in control with a product like the About Face ones because it does have the applicator to just do a little quick swipe. I don't like this at all. I do think if he did want to go with the aesthetic of being like a paint tube, I think that he could have one of those applicators. Like, what was it, that product before? I think it was like from Too Faced. It was a Too Faced. I forgot what brand it is, but it's in the same type of component as this, but then it still has an applicator on there. I think that he could have done that if he wanted this aesthetic right here. Okay, so, oh, damn, I did already put out a little bit too much right there. See, that's the problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and see this one. At first, it is very, very liquidy. I do want to say Halsey's seem a little bit more thick. You guys can see that his is more of a bright yellow. Hers has a little bit more mustard is a little bit more of a mustardiness to it, if that's even a word. So as you guys can see right there, oh, I forgot to swipe out the Halsey one. Yeah, Halsey's definitely feels more thick. His feel very, very like kind of like watery, not in a bad way, just, you know. But those are the 2 shades right there. His is definitely brighter. Anyways, let me go ahead and wipe off my hands, and then we'll go ahead and get into the review of this. I'm gonna leave this on my hands so we can see if this cracks throughout the time that I'm doing my makeup. So anyways, let me get this all situated and let's get into it. Y'all, I am all over the place. I forgot to read the directions too, so that way you guys know a little bit more about this product. It says directions for use. Create paint will dry down matte in about 30 seconds. Apply with a liner brush for a wing or graphic liner. Use a fluffy brush to blend out for a smoky eye, or a flat brush to cut your crease. So just letting you guys know, as I did mention before, in my personal opinion, I don't think that this is a very user-friendly product. I know he's marketing as that, but in my experience, no. I think that you do have to be kind of like intermediate with makeup to use a product like this. If you're a beginner, it's going to be very difficult, because if you use just a little bit too much, you can make a big mess and you're going to have to wipe it off. So y'all, I love this style of product. That's why I got like every single color of the About Face ones, but it is a difficult product to use. Just letting you guys know, I said that before in the My Thoughts and Opinions video. It's just very, I would say it's very temperamental. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you use too little, then it's like, damn, and then it dries down too fast, and then that part right there is going to be a little bit patchy, or say, for example, it's going to crack because you're going to, like, you know, double up on it, you know what I mean, and then you use too much and it spreads out. It's just all over the place. So anyways, I'm going to be taking a Lunar Beauty LBE6 brush. Let me go ahead and see how I can do this so that way you guys can see. I'm going to be taking this just all up in my crease right here. I'm going to take it a little messy at first. Don't even worry about the placement, but I will blend it out. Just to see how the blending is, I'm going to be taking this little Hank and Henry little fluffy brush right here just to blend it out. I do want to say these feel like they tug way more than the Halsey ones, which is weird because it feels thinner on the back of the hand than the Halsey ones. Y'all, it's like pretty much already dry. Literally that fast. I don't even feel like it's been 30 seconds, but that fast it is dry. I definitely feel like the Halsey ones give you more playtime, so you have to be super quick with this. Honestly, y'all, this is not a very easy product to blend out. Like, it is definitely not. I would definitely say this is probably better for a graphic liner. I'm just like, ooh, y'all, this is, it locks in like immediately. It doesn't really blend out, but I typically do use this style of product as kind of like a base. Like, I'll go ahead and do, like, see how I got this wing motion going, and then I'll put a yellow eyeshadow on top of it. So I'm gonna put some right now, but I'm just trying to blend out some areas of it, and it's just looking a little janky. I do feel like, obviously, with the yellow, like I said before, I know it's super, super hard to make, so I don't want to be overly critical, but obviously he did really hype this up, as in, like, he put so much work into it, and I'm like, I don't know, I think I like the Halsey one better, but maybe because the Halsey one is just a little bit darker, as you guys can tell, as soon as it did dry down. Yeah, this it just does not blend out very easily. Honestly, as of right now, it looks kind of janky. Like, don't pay attention to the lid portion. I will be cleaning that up. Obviously, I'll be cutting my crease. But typically, like, say, for example, I've used this Halsey one so many times, it does blend out. It gives you way more playtime as well, too. Maybe because it is thicker of a formula. Maybe you have a little bit more time till it dries down. This one right here, though, it's like, y'all, it looks all jagged at the end. Like, it just dried in place there. But as I did say, I typically do use this as, like, a base style of product. So I'm going to be going in with this shade right here called Cream Pie. I'm going to mix Cream Pie and How Do You Peel from the Jeffree Star Banana Fetish palette. I'm going to mix those two and then put that above that to see if this will blend out a little bit more. If I was solely using this product, I would stop this video right now, to be honest with you. Only because it just didn't blend out, like, at all. So I'm like, if I was only using this product, like, it's not going to blend out. Which I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, you should use it just for a graphic liner. But it's like, no, it was obviously labeled as you can blend it out. It literally even says on the back of the box that you can blend it out for a smoky eye. So I'm like, okay, we're going to try that. And it's just not blending. But I'm going to go ahead and, you know, just keep on trying right here and put some powder on top, and hopefully it'll blend out a little bit better. And I hope it doesn't start flaking off, because then I'm just be like, you know what, we're going to call it a wrap on this video. But let me go ahead and blend some of this out on top of it. Okay, so I cut the crease. It looks busted right now. Don't worry. Obviously, I'm going to go in and fix up on the lid. I do want to say, so far, it's not a good yellow whatsoever. So I've had this paint on my hand, I would say maybe 15 minutes. Let me show you guys up close, and I'm going to move my hand so that way you guys don't think that I'm like doing anything to intentionally mess it up, because y'all know me. Even say, for example, if I like hate a person, I'm reviewing their product, or I hate like the brand or whatever, if the product is good, the product is good. I have no motive whatsoever to say something is bad. This yellow is definitely bad, but I do want to say this though, yellows are hard to make. But as you guys can see, I have the Halsey yellow right next to it, and I told you guys before in several videos that yellow even cracks too. And look at the difference. Like, I'm gonna go like this with my hand so you guys can see it look, it's literally dusting off. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Oh, I gotta turn it more this way. Look at this. From me just moving my hand, look. I hope the camera is picking that up. It's literally, if I just go like this, I think that's why it looks so dry on his face. Oh, look, yeah, you guys can definitely see it's still coming off. The more I move my hand, look, it's like dusting off. Look at that. Like, I could hit my hand and it's dusting off. I see it. Jesus, yeah, this yellow is not it. And there's the Halsey one right there next to it. I feel like if I were to just touch it, like, let me just touch it. Oh, it's gonna just... Yep, all just peel right on off. And then let me go over the Halsey one. That, I'm so sorry. It looks really, really patchy on my eye. Oh my god, it pretty much all came off. Damn, you know what? It's so funny. And I thought the Halsey one, like, I'm like rubbing it, literally rubbing it. And still, it's even staying on better than that. Yeah, some of it did come off, but I was like really, really rubbing it. But this, as you guys can see, the James Charles one is... Y'all, if I had that on through my face, like literally, can you just imagine, say for example, if you're doing like a Homer Simpson look using this paint, your face is literally going to crack and peel off. So yeah. On my eyes, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't want to be one of those people that I'm just like, oh my gosh, I hate it, so I'm like not gonna complete the look. Like, I'm gonna complete the look because I have other videos to film. But if I'm being quite honest, like my eyeshadow just does not look like this ever. Like, not trying to be all like bougie or anything, but like, hello, I've been doing makeup for so damn long. I know what I'm doing. All of this separation right here, typically when I use a product like this, just like when I use the Halsey one, I will put a powder on top, blend it out, and it looks smooth, even, and bomb. This is patchy, and I was literally packing on the Jeffree Star eyeshadows, literally just to try like get it to be smooth, and it looks really... it looks really bad. It looks super, super dry in the outer corner. I don't know if you guys can see on the camera too, but literally this right here, I couldn't, for the life of me, I was packing on the yellow shadow and it just would not cover this janky part right here. So yeah, honestly, so far this product is an absolute no. I did obviously know. I'm going to say it once again. I know about formulating yellows. I literally know, trust me. And I know it's a hard product to make, but this is just, the Halsey one's better, for sure, for sure. It is obviously a different shade, but you could always take a white up in here and mix it with it to make that shade. Do you know what I mean? If you're looking for something that's like more of a bright, bright yellow like the James Charles one, but the Halsey one definitely. If you guys want me to do another video as to where I'm like comparing them to, like I'll do one eye with the Halsey, one eye with the James Charles, so let me know. I will definitely do that. Let me go ahead and just like finish up this look right here. I'm going to be taking, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm just going to do this one eye. I'm not even going to do the full look, only because I have other videos to film and I was like, I'm not going to look janky. Like, you know what I mean? So anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and pack on the lid, this shade right here, Wet Paint. I'm going to go ahead and do it off camera. I'll come back in just a jiffy. I'm so close to just being like, I'm over it, because honestly, y'all, it just doesn't. It doesn't look good. Like, it literally is separated and whatnot. But I do want to use it as a liner. So I do want to just go ahead and pack on my shadow right here. And you know what? To be honest with you guys, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and pack on this shadow on my eye off camera. And then I'll go ahead and do a wing liner with the yellow on it, so that way you guys can see it as a liner. Even though I just already know it doesn't matter if you have it on like this, or if you have it on the back of your hand, or if you have it on a liner. If it's gonna crack, it's gonna crack. Do you know what I mean? So anyways, y'all, let me go to do that, and then I'll come back and do the liner. Yeah, so definitely not a fan of this yellow. The more that I like even like move my eye, like I was like packing on some shadow, I'm like, the more you move, it starts cracking. And I have a picture, I'll go and put it right up here, you guys can see, have yellow dust all over my desk. The Halsey ones, it's so crazy, because literally I'm like, I keep it real, obviously, even though I love the Halsey ones, I'm like, oh yeah, it does crack too. But this is like severely cracking. Like, this is insane, to be honest with you guys. I think that he could have done a better job with this. I do understand, obviously, that his shade is lighter. I feel like the lighter that you get with it, then it is going to crack a little bit more. And Halsey's shade is obviously a little bit more dark, so probably that's why. But I still feel like this is really bad. Like, if I were to put this all throughout my face, how would you even keep it on? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, ugh. Also, by the way, look how much I just dabbled out because of this packaging. That's why I'm like, ugh. It's just a personal preference when it comes down to packaging. I personally don't like it. I'm sure people may actually really like this. I don't. I like the style of Halsey's better that actually has, you know, a tip on it. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a liner right now just to show you guys. I'm not going to be completing this look. I'm sorry. I'm literally already over it. It just looks, it's just so, like, y'all, let me show you this once again up close. Like, look at that. Like, especially with this camera, y'all can see, like, it is just, ooh. It's crusty, and I was literally tugging on the Halsey one, and even that looks way better. Like, I'm like, Jesus, I don't know what's up with this, but I don't know. From the way he was talking, I thought that he like formulated a good yellow. This definitely, it's like every other yellow out there that you're probably gonna find in a paint. Honestly, they all do crack, but this is like severely. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little bit of a liner with this. Sorry, I literally still, after all these years, don't know how to get close enough to the camera to like do liner. Okay, honestly, this yellow is just not the one. I know it looks a hot mess, and like obviously I would clean it up, but I'm just like, as I put it on more, especially with a flat little brush like this, don't pay attention to right here, because normally I'd clean it up with concealer. But I'm like, even with this flat one right here, it is just not it, like, at all. By the way, I'm using a MAC 208, and so here's the problem with this, is I don't know if it's just this formulation or what, but you're gonna have to like load it up, because clearly, as you guys can see right in there, it's like missing. But then it's like when you go ahead and load it up more, then it's gonna crack even more. So I'm just like, oh my god, y'all. I'm just like not a fan. I'm so over it, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe the other colors are better. I like. I'm gonna keep on saying. I know I've said it 500 times this video. I know yellows are hard to make, so maybe the other ones are better. But this so far is like, ooh. If I didn't know that yellows were hard to formulate and I just tried this product, I wouldn't buy any more for sure. But now I'm just like, I really do wish that I got my hands on the brown, so that way I can like actually, you know, see that one, because a brown should be good, you know. Anyways, let me just try to clean this up. Okay, y'all, so this liner looks a hot mess. Honestly, I was just like, let me go ahead and build it up for the sake of the look. And it's literally already cracking, because I did have to layer it and layer it and layer it, because I don't know why, for some reason, with the flat brush, it was just like getting splotchy. Like, it would cling to some areas it wouldn't, and it was looking a mess. So then I had to like literally layer it on just to get this, you know, pigmentation, but it's already cracking. So I'm like, why would I do that? Do you know what I mean? There is one thing I want to say about this shade. It is a beautiful shade. I really do like this shade of yellow. I just feel like maybe because this is lighter than the Halsey one, it's a little bit more difficult to formulate, and maybe that's why it's getting so cracky. But I do have to keep it real with you guys. I will not use this again. Like, if I was like doing my makeup to go somewhere, I would not use this. I literally literally have thought about being like Homer Simpson for Halloween, and I was like, oh my god, I could do a like really like fun take on like a drag version, or like, I don't know, like a feminine version of Homer Simpson, especially because I'm bald. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll use this again for Halloween, and I would not put this on my face. Like, I just literally would not, because the fact that it's already like that bad after 30 minutes, can you just imagine if I was like going to West Hollywood for Halloween, like trying to be Homer? It just looks really, really bad. I think that this is obviously a very difficult shade to formulate. I know I've said that 500 times within this video, so I just want to keep on emphasizing I understand that, but I just feel like that is just not good. I don't like it. If I had to rate this on a scale from 1 to 10, I would put it at a 2, and I'm giving it a 2 only because I like the shade. But the quality, honestly, I feel like it's at a 1. I think that you could get something like this from Party City. It's just really, I don't know, it's not worth it. You even see right here on this one, I was dabbing into this one, obviously, to do the liner, and it's already cracking there too, you know? And then my liner is already cracking, so it's just a mess. And then, oh, also, by the way, because I had my eye like this while doing my eyeliner, the more I lift my brow, the more my crease cracks. So I'm just like, ugh, I feel so sorry. If you guys want me to try a different shade in the future, maybe I will. Maybe when he restocks cold brew, maybe I'll try cold brew if you guys want me to. But I'm gonna be quite honest with you guys. Would I recommend the yellow shade specifically? Absolutely not. I don't think it's a good product, and it's just, I don't know, the quality's just not there. And once again, I know yellow is hard to make, but just keeping it real. If you guys want me to do another video where I do one eye with the Halsey, one eye with the James Charles, let me know. I will do that. But I know that these are obviously two different shades, but you know, it's still a yellow. So anyways, if you guys want that, let me know. Give a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know if you guys want that. I'm so sorry I didn't finish the look. I really expected to do a full-on look, but I'm just so over this that I'm just like, no, I'm over it. I'm gonna wash off my face and call it a day, and I'll film my other videos tomorrow, because I'm just like, I don't know, I just, especially with this camera, y'all, like this camera picks up everything, so I'm just like, this looks busted, and I'm not trying to do other videos. I was gonna film like 3 other videos, and I'm like, let me just not, okay? Anyways, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.